Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video, and in celebration of Halloween, today we'll be showcasing Gengar EX with Mega Gengar EX. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have the 3 copies of the Gastly, the 1 Haunter, as well as the 4 copies of the Gengar EX here. And the main strategy of this deck will be energy control, where you have that gnawing curse ability. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, you get to put 2 damage counters onto that Pokemon. As well as this ability does stack up. If we get all 4 of these into play, it'll be 8 damage counters. And then we do have the tricky steps for the 2 dark energies. We can do 160 base damage, as well as move an energy card from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their benched Pokemon. And then we do have the 2 copies of the new Mega Gengar EX here, primarily for the ability Shadowy Concealment, where if one of your dark Pokemon were knocked out by damage from your opponent's Pokemon EX, the player takes 1 fewer prize cards for this knockout. And then lastly, we do have the 2 copies of the Budew here for some cheap item lock. With the Itchy Pollen, we can do 10 base damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. And then moving on to our trainer cards, for our stadium cards are the 2 copies of the Academy at Night here, or once during each player's turn, they can put a card from their hand on the top of their deck. And then for our supporter cards, are the 3 Arven for searching an item card and a tool card. The 2 copies of the Grimsley's move, where you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put a dark Pokemon you find there onto your bench, and then shuffle the other cards and put them on the bottom of your deck. And then we have the 2 copies of the Hilda here for searching an evolution Pokemon and an energy card, including special energies. And then we have the 1 copy of the Iono for draw support, as well as hand disruption. And then lastly are the 4 copies of the new Lillie's Determination from Mega Evolution, where you get to shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 6 cards. And if you have exactly 6 prize cards remaining, you get to draw 8 cards instead. And then for our tool cards, we have the 1 copy of the Gravity Gemstone. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, the retreat cost of both active Pokemon will be an extra colorless energy. As well as we have the 2 copies of the Handheld Fan for some extra energy control. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and takes damage or is knocked out by your opponent's Pokemon, you get to move an energy card from the attacking Pokemon to one of their benched Pokemon. And then for our ace spec, we have the Neo Upper Energy. This energy card will provide 2 energies of every type to a stage 2 Pokemon only. So it's perfect for our Gengar EX or our Mega Gengar EX. And then lastly, with the 7 basic dark energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. Okay, we did take a mulligan here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss, decided to go second. Had our opponent go first. And we did take 1 mulligan here, at least. So see, reshuffle. Nice, we opened with the Budew right in the active, which is good. Hopefully this isn't some kind of like poison or burn donk deck. Okay, we did take 2 mulligans actually, so they do draw 2 extra cards. And our Mega Gengar and regular Gengar are revealed in each of these mulligans, so pretty much know what they're going up against here. And what are the odds we draw all 3 of our Arvens on the opening hand? I guess it can't hurt. We might as well just use the Arven on the first turn for the Buddy-Buddy Poffin and a tool card, the Handheld Fan. And then we might as well use it again if we have Gengar already in hand. So yeah, they have a Tornadus here in the front. I really don't think that's an all too playable card in general. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 50 damage less from attacks, so that's not a great attack. And then the Knuckle Punch for 50 base. And maybe it's some kind of single prize Pokemon to go up against the Cornerstone Ogerpon, maybe, since it doesn't have an ability. but somewhat decent damage. Okay, looks like there's gonna be a Joltik box of sorts. But looks like no Meganium, so... Looks like they got the Mega Venusaur, or the regular Venusaur, as well as the Mega, Teal Mask Ogerpon, Joltik. Looks like Gravity Gemstone got prized. I feel like we might as well use the Crushing Hammer. Doesn't work. And let's go for the cheap pollen. Yeah, we already got Mega in there. Handforce of Vitality, so there's Ivysaur. Probably Mega Venusaur, maybe. Lillie's Determination. Another Ivysaur. And they get 2 energies, so they could technically knock us out of that Knuckle Punch and the Teal Dance. Yeah, they do end up knocking us out. And should we go Arven or Lillie's? Because we still need the energy card to attack, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I say let's use Lillie's Determination here. Okay, that was pretty lucky. We even got Pecharunt, Neo Upper Energy, tons of good stuff. And then should we use Crushing Hammer? Yeah, I say let's try it. It does not work. Yeah, we're not moving anything. We're just gonna put everything in discard. They really don't have any, I guess, useless Pokemon to put it onto them. Oh wow, we get a Gengar from the prize stack. Bug catching set, Ogerpon, and Grass Energy. At least they can't one-hit KO us with the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Because they don't have Meganium. Or at least they didn't put it into play or show us that they had it. Gnawing Curse. Yeah, they go for 180. That's still pretty steep. And maybe we'll move energy over to Ivysaur and I don't know, let's get maybe Budew as a pivot. Yeah, no, let's put on Ivysaur. Just to kind of disarm the Ogerpon a little bit, make them attach energies. Because now with 2 Gengars in place, if they even attach 1 energy, they knock themselves out, which I don't know why they're doing that. Yeah, attaching that energy knocked out their Ogerpon. I don't know if they knew that or not, but I guess it's good for us. Okay, there's Gravity Gemstone and Grimsley. They go into their fresh Ogerpon. They get Mega Venusaur here. Yeah, we've totally shut down their Joltik more or less, because if they attach energy card to it, it's basically automatically KO'd. Yeah, they already racked up 60 damage on Ogerpon. They put a lightning energy on Yanmega. And yeah, they're gonna go into Yanmega here. I guess they're gonna KO us because they do 210 here. Their ability gets activated. Unfortunately, our Gnawing Curse does not work for that one. I guess we'll move the Lightning Energy to their Ogerpon. Counter Catcher. Yeah, not many options. We'll just go for the Grimsley move. Nothing. And then maybe let's try a Gravity Gemstone here. Kind of just try locking that KO maybe. Because now they need 2 energies to retreat out. But then again, I can just move energy cards with the Mega Venusaur actually. Yeah, that Grimsley move really just let us down when we basically needed the most. So yeah, they're gonna just Solar Transfer here to retreat out. And Megan. And they're probably gonna go into Mega Venusaur, I guess. No, they go into the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Yeah, looks like they're gonna move all the energies to the Ogerpon, but I don't think they want to hit KO us, so it feels like... I don't know what they're doing. I guess they can't move the Lightning, because it's... Yeah, they do 300, they're like just 10 damage short. Yeah, we're not going to move any energy cards. Just have them go all to discard. Come on, we need an energy card here. Just anything. Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, this is a really close game. See, they Teal Mask again. See, will they get the 4 energy cards for their Mega Venusaur? They got 3 so far. And they're going for the solar transfer. Yeah, I feel like they lose this. Yeah, because they couldn't get enough grass energies in play to like wall us out with the Mega Venusaur. Let's go into Pecharunt. Hilda. Yeah, we do 300 damage here. Yeah, there we go. Last prize card of the game. See, there's a Iono. There we go. Okay, we do take a mulligan here. Our opponent did win the coin toss. They decided to go second, had us go first. And yeah, we did take one mulligan. Our ace card did get revealed, so they know exactly what ace card we're running, as well as the Gengars are in there. Should we chance it? I guess let's put Budew in front and Pecharunt as well, just in case it's like a poison dunk. And Pecharunt is just so good, so we're just gonna keep it there. But really not too ideal. I couldn't believe we couldn't get a single Buddy Poffin, and we're going first with no Buddy Poffins. That's pretty bad. Haunter. Yeah, that is bad. Let's end turn. And looks like there's going to be some kind of a control deck, and they already got their walling option out in front. So we really have not many ways of dealing with the Ogerpon other than just sheer energy control. Daytown Store. But then again, there is a ton of Pokemon to work with from the bench, so yeah, it looks like they're going for the Turbo Energize. It looks like it's going to be the Towards Mega Absol box. So they definitely know what they're doing. They're not newbies here. Academy at night. And I guess let's just put it out for now, just so that they don't get more tool cards. Let's play Crushing Hammer. Nice. Let's get the energies off the Absol probably. Play the Lillies. Wow, that is so bad. No Buddy Poffin, Gastly, or anything. Let's just go for item lock. That is insane. Let's see, they use the Academy at night, so they're gonna put a card in their hand on top of their deck. So it makes me think they're gonna use Research. The only logical thing to do. Unless it's an Iono. They go into Mega Absol. Mist Energy. Pretty sure that was Mist. Yeah. It's definitely the Toward box. Haunter. Yeah, let's get that Buddy Poffin, Handheld Fan. Yeah, let's go for the item lock. Hoping that's not an energy card. Okay. They just go into their walling option. Another Budew. This Pokegear. Lilies. Yeah, let's go Lillie's Determination. I was really hoping to get the Grimsley's move, but no dice. Yeah, let's Rare Candy up the Gengar. Let's go Crushing Hammer. Nice, it works. Go for some item lock. Yeah, and they just actually concede here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss here, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. Did take one mulligan here. And let's see. Hopefully we get a better starting hand. Reshuffle. Yeah, I guess we'll open with Gastly. Oh wow, looks like it's gonna be Mega Lucario. Gravity Mountain already. Okay, Arven is not too bad. I like Buddy Poffin. Handheld Fan maybe. Item lock them. Yeah, they just pass right back. Yeah, we're kind of waiting to get a Lillie's Determination here or another supporter card. Another Riolu. Yeah, and they just pass. They got 0 energies in play. Wow, we're drawing nothing but energy. So item lock them again. That's pretty bad. Like, really? They play Iono here. Hopefully we get something. Okay, at least we get the Lillies. They got 2 Soul Rock. They use Lunar Cycle. Yeah, still rather go for some item lock. It's not like we're set up that great. Like ideally we would want some Gengar EXs in here also. Mega Lucario. Yeah, there's the Origin. Someone that has type advantage, they're really playing slow on taking that prize card. Like, really? Play Crushing Hammer. No, let's get the other Lucario here. Let's see if we can beat weakness here. They do have a energy premium power pro, so they're up to what? 320? Wow. That is pretty bad. So just because of that power premium pro, it does KO us. At least they only take 2 prize cards for this because of our ability. Yeah, a little late for the academy at night. Yeah, let's go Lilies. Play Crushing Hammer. Does not work. Yeah, if they have the fighting energy, they basically win this. Hariyama. They gust the Pecharunt. So I don't know why they go for the Pecharunt here. I guess it is a pretty big threat. Oh yeah, now it's like just a really slim chance of winning this. Because we'd have to like clean up both of those energy cards. Yeah, we're not gonna do it like that. One more chance on Crushing Hammer. At least this one works. Yeah, no Iono. See, let's try Gravity Gemstone. And move the energy card over to their Lunatone. Hopefully they don't have switch or something like that, because if they do, they basically win this, because it's a double switch out. Premium Power Pro. Yeah, so they basically just win this. They got really lucky with Max Belt. Max Belt and Premium Power Pro, they got like an extra 80 damage boost. Yeah, we lost this. I don't know why they're searching energy cards. So yeah, our opponent won the coin toss. They said to go first, had us go second. Looks like no mulligans, and they open up the Latias EX. So this could be maybe a Terrestrial toolbox. Okay, really not the greatest start for them. So let's get the Budew here. Let's try Pokegear, Arven. And I think the Arven is good actually. Yeah, let's go right for the item lock. And this is a pretty good start when we think about it. If the Neo Upper Energy is in the deck, we can search it out with the Hilda. And Rare Candy up the Gastly with the energy card and everything. And then we even have the Haunter for the other Gastly. Yeah, I feel like they pretty much lose this. Yeah, let's attach Neo Upper Energy. A one-hit KO, and there we go. We take the game that quickly. Take the only 2 prize cards we need. There we go. Well, those are all of the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.